Hi everyone, today I'm going to do a video about brows. I was asked at a party last night, how do I do my brows? Can you give me a couple of tips on what to use, how to use it, and all that sort of stuff. And I thought that was very interesting because I don't think I'm the expert on brows. I'll be honest, I probably only started doing my brows a year ago and I'm still kind of experimenting with how to sort of perfect it in a way that I am comfortable and I like it. Every day I sort of do something different. I don't use the same products. I've tried a lot of different products, from pencils to powders to waxes or gels, and they all give very different looks and finishes. So I thought I'd just run through the different types of products I use and what sort of looks you can achieve with them. So the first products I want to talk about is pencils. They were kind of like the first things I ever started using because I guess they're just kind of easy to use in a way. Like you can just take it and just draw it on. The only thing is, if you don't have a particular eye shape or your natural brows are very, they're not very defined, it can be sort of hard tracing them. So I think the first thing you really need to do is you really need to know what sort of shape you're going for, and sort of if you pluck your brows, that sometimes helps with tracing the shape. So I think that brow pencils are very useful, and they come in all sort of shapes and sizes and thickness and colors. So depending on your hair color, you can find a brow pencil that works for your hair color. With purple hair, I kind of just stick to browns and greys, that sort of tones. You could also do purple brows if you want with purple eyeshadow. There's no set rules, I guess. Yeah, so the first one I really tried ever was the UEMURA pencil, and it was a very thick formula, and it was good because no matter how hard I pressed, it wouldn't come off too thick and too harsh on my face. And I think that that's something that comes with practice, is if you do draw your eyebrows in, to sort of get the precision and the pressure right, so that you don't suddenly draw a really harsh line, because it doesn't always look great. I mean, some people do it and it suits them, but I think I personally prefer softer lines. So I think, yeah, using a soft hand can help. But there are pencils like this Brow Wiz, I feel like even if I put a lot of pressure, it doesn't come off very harsh anyway, because it's very, the formulation isn't too creamy. It's kind of a harder formulation and it still looks very natural. Whereas things like this, which, to be fair, this is a RIMMEL eyeliner pencil and it's not really for brows, but I did use it because of the color and it didn't work. So probably stick to eyebrow pencils. There's another one like by COLOURPOP, and this one is a new purchase. I'm not really sure if I like how this is working because it feels very flimsy, but I do like that it's got this mascara wand at the end because it's really good for blending. And if you can find something like this, even the ANASTASIA Brow Wiz, it has a mascara wand at the end, and it just makes your life so much easier. After you apply you're drawing your brows, then you can blend it out and it looks a lot more blended out and refined and just more natural. The Cosmetics one is the same, except this one has a thicker, so that's very strange, a thicker, that was not good, tip compared to the COLOURPOP one and the ANASTASIA Brow Wiz one. Similarly with ETUDE House Drawing Eyebrow Pencil, which my friend Julie bought. It's a pencil that has a thicker tip, which means that you just don't have to, it goes over a larger surface area, so you don't have to spend as much time drawing in your eyebrows, which can work as well. The next product that I like to talk about is brow pens, and they are like a liquid type formulation. They come in different colors as well. I've got this one by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's the brow pen. This was in a brown color. I bought this because I just wanted to try how this was in terms of like, did it give a more natural finish? And I think I still prefer their brow wiz over their brow pencil because it looks more natural to me. But one of my favorite brow products is the SUQQU eyebrow pencil, eyebrow liquid pen, and this is in moss green. The color is really, really flattering on Asian skin tones because it's not, it doesn't look too, it looks really, really natural, and it comes in a very unique shade. Moss green you wouldn't think naturally would suit eyebrows, but it actually does look very natural. And I'm not wearing the brow pen today, but I'm using their moss green powder, which is in the same color but in a powder form, and I feel like it looks very natural, and it is one of my favorite products to use because of the finish. So they are good as well in terms of, you know, if you wanted to have a more natural finish, this can look quite natural on you. The next one is the brow palette, brow powders. Like I was talking before, this is my favorite brow palette because it's got 3 really flattering colors. It's got a brow brushes in there, which are actually very useful because sometimes you get palettes and their brushes are just useless. But these ones are fantastic. You know, SUQQU do make luxurious, I guess, high-end makeup, so I wouldn't expect anything less than that. This one is also really good for traveling because it's just really compact and you just take it around. So it is one of my favorites. And like I said, if you want a more natural finish, I feel like the brows powders work really well because you know, you can blend them out so easily and they don't look so harsh on your brow compared to a brow pencil or a brow gel, wax, and if you want that sort of finish, then it can work really well. I also have the VISEART Structure Brow Palette, which is a similar concept, but this one can actually be used for any really hair type. If you've got blonde hair, brown hair, red hair, black hair, purple hair, this one could work really well for you. This is by a professional makeup brand, so I guess it's sort of made for people that, you know, have makeup kits and go around doing clients. So this one is very versatile in terms of that. It comes with 3 waxes, which is quite good, and then powders as well. Sometimes when I use this one, I like to put the wax first and then the powder on top to sort of set it a bit more. The waxes are, the consistency is a bit harder. It's not as creamy as your, say, your cream gels, because I think they're meant to sort of just stay in place and not slip around too much. You don't want to kind of have them melt off your face halfway through the day, so I think that's probably why the formulation's a bit different. And similarly with your brow waxes, like your pomade, Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade, the consistency is definitely harder. But again, it kind of sets in place and just stays all day, and I quite like this one as well. For days where I have more time to put my brows on, because for me it takes more time to use this than, say, a brow powder. I've also got one by COLOURPOP, which is a new purchase. I haven't tried it out yet, so if you have tried it out and you like it, let me know. I found this one's really, really creamy, almost like a eyeliner gel eyeliner. And I'm not sure if this is going to actually stay in place or if I'll have to put a setting powder on top of that. So after I do my brows, the next thing I usually do, whether I'm putting on, you know, a powder, a wax, pencil, I usually like to set my hairs in place with a mascara gel, for like a eyebrow gel, like this one. This one's colored, but you can also get them in clear as well. This one is sort of a light brown, so right now, because I used to have light brown hair, this one doesn't really work well on me. Neither does the Maybelline one that I picked up in Japan. They're same sort of brown colors. So at the moment I'm using just your regular mascara, which works equally as well. You don't have to buy an eyebrow gel. You can use a mascara because they do the same thing. And lastly, in terms of the tools I use to apply my brows, I really like these brow pencils. The first one is by Wayne Goss. This one is very good. It's quite stiff and it's quite thick, so you can really just get your eyebrows on very quickly. This is a similar one by Zoeva. This one's a lot cheaper if you manage to get your hands on it, because it's always out of stock at Sephora, but you can buy them online and they do a really good job as well. You can also use like a wing eyeliner brush to apply it if you don't have one like this, and that really does the job just as well. So I hope you found that useful. Let me know if you've used any of these products, what products you use, what you don't like, what you like, and I hope you enjoyed watching and found this useful. Bye! Oh, this is so dirty. Hang on. Oh, too bad.